Hello guys, my name's Colin and this is Colin Talks Crypto. I just wanted to make a quick video on the subject of PulseChain. I know that some of you have invested in PulseChain. For myself, part of my very small altcoin portfolio, which is about 10 or 15% maximum of my portfolio. Actually right now it's 11%. A very small portion of that is PulseChain. So we're talking, several percent, right? But nonetheless, some of you may also have invested a small portion or large portion into PulseChain, and you're probably wondering what's the investment thesis right now and what's the value proposition? What is the forecast that we could perhaps expect? And I'm just going to share with you my opinion. So it's very simple. Right now, I think that PulseChain's path to profit lies in one of two options, or both those options happening simultaneously. Option A is Richard Hart wins the lawsuit. He either wins the lawsuit or he has it dropped against him, but basically the result is he is victorious or there is no more lawsuit. That would be option number one, and I think that if that outcome occurs, the price will climb very, very high on that news. The second thing that could cause PulseChain to increase in value would be if Richard Hart returns to live streaming. That connection with the founder to his investors and to the community is very, very important. And if you sever that, that's where you get the loss in faith, the loss in trust, kind of like we have seen here. We haven't really seen him connected super closely to his creation. And it's understandable because of the first reason, because of the lawsuit. And there's probably things he doesn't feel comfortable getting involved with or can't legally do, or things that perhaps if he live streamed it would actually hurt his ability to win the case. So I do understand from that perspective, but nonetheless, the fact of the matter is that if he was to return to live streaming, I think that would also have a huge boost of confidence and faith in the PulseChain ecosystem, and it would probably drive the price up. So those are the two options. Either option A, the lawsuit is dropped or won. Option B, he returns to live streaming, or both. That would be the ultimate combination. He returns to live streaming after the lawsuit is won or dropped. Now, what do I think is going to happen? I think that it is more likely than not that he will win the lawsuit or it will get dropped, just in light of the political positioning right now. We are very fortunate that we have what seems to be the left and the right both sort of competing to quote unquote embrace crypto the most. Now, I think that that's not being accomplished very well by one of those two sides, but regardless, they have to win our votes for the election year. So I think that that's only going to help matters. Basically, I think that they're going to try to appeal to the crypto space more and more, and that's just going to help Richard Hart and PulseChain and the lawsuit. So thank goodness for that. It's really nice to see the tides turning in the political sphere toward cryptocurrency. And so I think that he will win this case eventually. He'll either pay the fine, win the case, or it will get dropped outright. And when that happens, I think he will also return to live streaming. This is not financial advice, and do with this what you will. Right now, obviously, sentiment is very low, and most investors are at a loss. And I do understand it is very, very painful. It's definitely not the best investment. There are many, many, many investments that I've performed massively better than PulseChain. And I'm not even here to promote it. I'm just saying that as someone who has a couple of percent in his portfolio, this is what I'm looking at. And this is the future value proposition. This is the hope that I have. Because if neither of those two things happens, I think that PulseChain and its ecosystem is essentially doomed to the same fate that most other cryptocurrencies are, which is trending towards zero over time. And in this case, it would probably be pretty quickly, given that PulseChain is sort of a cycle 2 coin because it was birthed off the back of HEX and all that HEX money, which was a cycle 1 coin. So it's sort of a hybrid cycle 1, cycle 2 coin, trying to be a cycle 1 coin, but really living off the back of that hype of HEX. So really more of a cycle 2 coin. So we need one or both of those two things to happen. And if they don't happen, I have zero faith in the price of PulseChain or HEX or any of these Pulse-related tokens, these Richard Hart ecosystem tokens, to pull any weight. But like I said, I give the greatest odds to a positive outcome, which is why I continue to hold this and I'm not dumping it. I do expect it to get rougher, and I expect there to probably be a few massive capitulations, but in the end, I think that things will turn out okay for those who held in for the long run. It won't be easy, and there's no guarantees. And again, this is not financial advice. Anything could happen. Good luck, everybody.